the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This is McCaffrey on the give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now Jones. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing, Jones. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on second and 10. Jones right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Play action. Now it's Murray. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's Murray from midfield. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. A handoff left. McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go with McCaffrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his left. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Murray trying again after the pick six. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Fournette running out of the gun. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Throwing on first down, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Off play action. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And Shark calls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 22, Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Murray's going to keep it again.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Going up top. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Leonard Fournette.
36 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Jaguars 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches I've ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
61 yards on the ground for him so far. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Goodwin. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there for KC.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we do?
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flat work.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 160 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Jaguars.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Jones. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Jones. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down.
Jones.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Chark.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Murray. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Jaguars,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.